Hi, I'm the farmer OCJ. As you can see, it's been more than 14 days since I built this mini urban greenhouse. And from that on, I started to experiment in growing lettuces. And now, after 21 days after sowing, to be exact, I will share to you the things I learned, and probably you already have heard of from others. But I will share to you my own experiences in growing lettuces using soilless method, 21 days after sowing. Okay, lesson number 1. Always choose the high germination rate seeds as much as possible and make sure to store them properly. Because, based on my experience, the coated seeds germinate faster than the seeds without. I used here the repacked Rakeswan Olmeti seeds and red beet seeds from NutriHydro. Although at first I thought that 100% of them would germinate, almost 90% have lived. And maybe this is the second lesson I learned. I think the size and type of foam does really affect. Okay, this is just what I thought. Almost all of the late-blooming plants are red beets. And yes, they are just late. But they germinate eventually. However, all of these red beet seeds are planted in different types of foam each. And because they still grow and thrive, if I would analyze it on my own, the foam type doesn't affect the growth rate of these red beets. But the sizes, I think, matters. Because out of these 4 red beets, this one here that grows bigger first has the foam that I have teared down to reduce its size and make sure its roots will immediately touch the water. So, good sizes of media or foam will produce good growth. Now, lesson number 3. After sowing your seeds, make sure to place them in dark and moist environment 24 to 48 hours if needed. This will promote higher and faster germination rate based on my experience. If on the first 24 hours the seed germination is still low, give them another 24 hours in dark and moist environment, and surely they will germinate after these hours. That is what I did to make sure the germination of my red beet seeds. Okay, lesson number 4. The amount of light matters, so the height of your grow lights too. Over the course of 21 days after sowing lettuces, I noticed how they reacted to the amount of light they received. In the past days, it really shows that the plants with higher light heights grow shorter leaves, while plants that is closer to the LED grow lights grow longer and wider leaves. Okay, I will show you a sneak peek of a 28-DAS lettuce. As you can see, the middle part of the grow box grows little lettuces, while the side where the LED grow lights are installed produced longer and wider leaves. If we take a look upward inside the mini urban greenhouse, we can see what the middle lettuces are looking at. They look like they don't have their own lights and a bit darker above them compared to the other side of greenhouse. So, make sure that your lettuces are receiving enough light to grow bigger and faster. Now, this next lesson is very important and should not get overlooked by other growers. Actually, all of us should be aware of this. Lesson number 5. Always maintain the ideal pH and EC level on our lettuces. pH level, or power of hydrogen, determines the acidity of the water we are using. The pH level represents the nutrient balance in our water, because the pH level indicates the amount of nutrients available in the water. Too much or too low pH level could reduce or eliminate some of the nutrient levels in our water. Look for a chart like this for more information. I maintained a 5.5 to 6.0 pH level in the first week of my sowing. But after the transplant, I always maintain my pH level from 6.0 up to 6.5. While in EC, I prefer above 2000 ppm. It works for me, and I am happy with the results I am getting. Others will prefer around 800 to 1200 parts per million. But this is the next lesson I learned. What works on others might not always work with you. So try to experiment and find the method that will work and will suit with you. All of the methods I used in the first 21 days of planting lettuce are the different methods from different people that are also planting lettuce. I try to figure out what will work on me, and try to experiment with that by adjusting some parameters or variables. Then I wait for the results. If it's good, I will replicate it. But if not, I will change and try to adopt new methods that will work. So yeah, farming is replicating and innovating what is working. Now, this next lesson is what often made people think twice about trying hydroponics, because they think that building a greenhouse is expensive and not worth it. However, if you just pay attention to how important a protected and controlled environment for your plants, You will surely see that having a greenhouse, even a small one, as long as it is designed correctly, can produce good yields in plants in return. So, having a greenhouse or controlled environment for your plants is very recommended if you want high yields. Okay, before I share to you my last lesson I learned and always maintain, allow me to share this one realization that I got after planting lettuces in the mini urban greenhouse I provide for them. I realized that planting and doing what you love gives you a lot of calmness and excitement in life. They just give me some peace and appreciation to everything I have right now. So I hope you too as well find some peace and calmness in planting. Now, for the last lesson I learned and I always maintain, is care and protect your plants. I always check for insect inside the greenhouse and make sure they cannot pass through from any sides. I do mine timely as possible since it's just small. I also cover them from extreme sunlight that can burn them and make the greenhouse a sauna. I roll down the blinds and spray some water around the greenhouse when the daylight is too hot. Then, when it is not sunny anymore, I open the grow lights to give them just enough light without heat. And that is all that I think the most important lessons I learned and always maintain in planting lettuces in mini urban greenhouse. If you want to know more about hydroponics,
follow us for more.
Alam mo na aking pangalan, negosyo lang pre, walang personalan.